Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer. In this channel, we do a lot of business financial content and also lifestyle content. And because it is the beginning of the year, the previous video that I did, which is last week, I was basically taking you through my plan and the goals that I had for myself 5 years ago. And that is because on that video, if you didn't watch it, please go check it out. I'm going to leave the link to it on the description box. So on that video, I shared that I don't normally set short-term goals because they kind of make me anxious and I tend to beat myself over if I find that I'm not working towards those goals. And so I tend to set long-term goals that allows for flexibility for me to work towards those goals without putting so much pressure on myself that I have to achieve that thing that I've set for myself. Because I also understand that as much as I can set goals for myself and have plans for my life, end of the day, certain things are just out of my control. Yes, I can plan for my life, but then if God has not preordained for that thing to be in my life in that particular time, then it's not going to happen. It's only going to happen in the right time that has been said that it would be so in my life during that period. And so that is why I like the 5-year planning period. And so I did the plan in 2016 where I drew my life. I also set some goals for myself and then allow myself to work towards those goals without putting pressure on myself. And I realized that now when I look back, I've achieved most of the things that I've set for myself in those, and the things that I have not achieved are things that are no longer important to me, because that also happens, you know. So that is why I like setting long-term goals. And so today I want to bring you through to my 2020 and beyond goals. Now it does not mean that each year I don't set other goals. Normally I don't do this. Last year I didn't set any goals beginning of the year, and the previous year I also didn't do that. But then this year I did set some goals that I feel like they're not so much things that I have to work towards, but things that I have to remind myself that I have to do, because these are things that are ancient, things that I have to do within this year, you know, in order for me to show that I'm adulting. So they're part of adulting 101. So this is my journal that I have now. I am obsessed. I love this. It's written journal outside. It's actually leather and it has something to tie it around. I bought it from Take a Lot. And then inside it comes with 2 booklets. As you can see, it comes with 2 booklets in there, and then you can exchange this when they get full. So this is what it looks like. And when you turn through, you look at the first 2 pages of my journal. I hope that you guys can see. And the word of the year this year is abundance. And normally this is the year that I go by, and that is because I don't feel like I've reached the level of abundance that I want in my life. I want abundance in my life, not just financially, but also spiritually, you know, health wise. I want to feel full, I want to feel whole, and I want to feel like myself, and I want to feel like I'm anchored. I want to anchor myself, and that is where I feel like I can have an overflow in my life. And that is what this word is about this year. That is what I'm gonna go with. That is what I've been going with for a very long time, and I'm still gonna go with that word until I feel like I've reached it. Now I know that people change their word every year, but for me I feel like it's pointless for me to change the word every year when I feel like the one that I had previously, I didn't get to that stage. Then another year is another time for me to work towards that, because remember, time is an illusion, but we use it as a measure of how far we have went. So for me, the word, I allow it to flow with me until the stage where I feel like I have reached it. I don't let the year decide for me that, okay, now it's time to move to another word. I don't let that. I let myself and what I've achieved actually decide for me. So we get into my goals. Now this year I broke down my goals into personal and then financial goals. Now I'm gonna read them to you. Some I'm not gonna read because I feel like, let me see, I'm just gonna read them. Okay, the first goal is I want to start and continue exercising. Now the word continue for me is very important because I can start. I'm very good at starting something, but continuing It's a very challenge for me. It's a big challenge for me. And so I want to start and continue exercising. Basically, what I want to do is I want to get back to waking up at 5 a.m. I've started setting a timer for waking up at 5:30, and I want to just work my way into it. And then, every time when I wake up, I want to start exercising first, read, and then journal. I also want to build a capsule wardrobe. Now, I want to have a certain style of clothing for myself. I don't want to, normally when I buy things that last, not because they are good quality, but because I take good care of my things. I don't like always shopping, and I don't like a full wardrobe. For me, having too much stuff gives me anxiety, you guys. If you can go through my wardrobe right now, you'll find that it is very empty. And I like it that way. So I want to build a capsule wardrobe, like in terms of my staples, my pants, my sneakers, because that's what I wear. I don't wear heels. And yeah, even at work, they know I don't wear heels. And then shirts, t-shirts, coats. That for me will be my staples. I also want to start meditating again. I also want to write and file my will. Yes, I said it, my will. I don't have a will, which is very wrong. I'm turning 30 this year, and I'm making it my goal for this year. Now, this is where I have my short-term goals. These things that I'm writing here, they are short-term goals, things that I have to start working on now. I have to have a will. I can't be a 30-year-old that has a child that doesn't have a will. And on top of that, I have property and investments, but then I don't have a will. That is not right. I also want to shift my salary from Capitec to FNB. And then I also want to reach 5,000 subscribers by December of this year on this channel. We are getting close to 1,000 subscribers, but I would love to see my channel grow to 5,000 subscribers and more this year. But that means that I have to be more consistent. I have to show up more. And I really want, I'm gonna put that here, I want to buy myself a camera, and I want a Sony ZV-1. I'm gonna write it here. I'm gonna write that. And then I also want to be monetized on YouTube by April. Yeah, this is a big one because this is January, and well, we are getting close to 900 subscribers, but then also just getting the subscribers is not guaranteed that you're going to be monetized. And so I'm gonna have to work really hard to get to this part, but I would love to see that because it'll kind of give me a good reason why I should buy a camera. The reason why I haven't bought a camera is because I wanted to see if I can commit to this and how long can I commit to it. And I'm realizing that I love doing this. You know, I enjoy shooting videos and putting them. I enjoy the process of editing, posting them. Doesn't matter how many people watch it, but I like the process. And so being monetized will be like another addition for me to actually buy a camera. Okay, and then we get into my financial goals. Now, I left spaces here because I want to allow myself to go back and add more goals, things that I realized that, oh, I need to remind myself to do this or to work towards this year. Then I have financial goals. The first one is I want to pay off my Capitec credit card by May this year. So that is a short-term goal. I really want to work towards that. I want to save a minimum of 45,000 for building by December. So I want the big goal that I have is I want to move my family from where we are to another area. And so for me to have that, I need to have money to buy sites and all that other stuff and build and all that. So this year I want to save a minimum of 45,000. It would have been more if I didn't have this credit card, but now I have to save toward paying this credit card, which is over 30,000. And I took out this money because I wanted to pay for the lawyers when I was buying this house. I also want to build rentals at home. This is a discussion between me and my mother. We want to do that so that we can have extra cash injection coming in the house. I also want to change my furniture in this house, like this couch. This couch, in the position that I sit in, you go deep down when you sit in there. It goes down because it's so old. And then I want to sort out my pension issues in terms of my beneficiaries, because that has not been said. And then I want to renovate my home. This house that I'm in, this property that I'm in, I want to renovate it. Now I know that this is going to be a challenge, because this is not a short-term goal, because the renovation of this is also going to disturb my saving for me to be able to move my family. And so I'm not stressing over this, but I'm doing small things like this. Like I've started painting the walls. I bought this TV stand. I buy things that are more so affordable, and there I do small things at my own pace that I'm doing it. I'm not just gonna, have a lot of money and then say I'm renovating. Small steps are going to get me to a stage whereby I feel like my house is complete. Okay, so those are my goals. And then, because this video is getting very long, I'm gonna share with you the Draw My Life. Remember last week I showed you the life that I drew for myself in 2016, and then now it's 5 years later. I am drawing for the next 5 years. So this is it right here. So this is my current state, and then this is my desired state. And then I just wrote. I'm still gonna write as I go through my days, as I go through, think about my life and where I see myself. I'm still gonna continue writing here. Now, desired state this year, after 5 years of where I was, and now I'm in a different space. Like right now here, I wrote that my big word is grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I am. I'm grateful for the things that I have. I'm grateful for the life that I'm living currently. And I'm grateful that I was able to achieve the things that I had set for myself 5 years ago, and that I'm living that life right now. As I said, you don't always have to be miserable in order for you to do this thing. You can do it anytime in your life. And so here I'm grateful, and I do write the things that I feel like they need to be improved, but then I started off by just being grateful, looking at the things that I've achieved, the life that I'm living, and all the stuff. So one of the things that I wrote here is that I'm struggling to stick to my budget. Yes, I do make budgets, I do videos here, but then also sometimes I find that I'm overspending. I'm going over what I have budgeted for myself, so I want to work on that. I'm not monetized on YouTube. That is my current state. I'm not monetized. I have not reached 1,004 subscribers. I'm not happy with my savings rate. Yes, I'm saving, but my rate does not correspond. It should not be where it is. So that has to change. And also here I wrote my finances could be looking a little bit better, if I'm just being honest with you. And that is why I started doing financial content. It wasn't because I'm a perfect person, I'm good at budgeting and all this stuff. I did it because I want to keep myself accountable. I want to put it out there so that I keep myself accountable. With the emergency fund, I wanted to do it and film it, and I want to give you guys progress so that I keep myself accountable until that emergency fund is fully funded. Then I can say I've achieved that goal, and then I'm going to leave that knowing that I'm going to use it exactly for the emergencies that will come up in my life. Then here I have desired state. So I've just took you through what my current state. Then here I have desired state, and then the word for desired state is overflow. Now this goes a lot with abundance in my life. Now overflow, and then I wrote here overflow in terms of financially, overflow physically, overflow in relationship, overflow in love, overflow in family, career, and spiritually. These are very important pillars that I would love to have them overflowing in my life. When I was writing this, I'm not writing it in terms of I want, but I wrote it in present tense. Like here, I've written that my YouTube channel is fully monetized. I have over 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I am clear about the direction of my career, because right now I'm not clear. But what I'm doing here, when you do this thing, guys, you are basically manifesting your life, your desired life, what you see for yourself. And so that is what I'm doing here. And so I wrote it in present tense so that I remind myself that these things I already have. It's just that physically I don't currently have. So this is basically manifestation. So this is basically my plan, me manifesting the things that I want for myself, and then these are also the goals that I have for myself. And as I said, I'm continuing with the word abundance because I want to see abundance in my life. I want to see an overflow in my life. I do hope that you guys found value in this video and that you like this content. If you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and also leave the comment down below telling me what are your thoughts on the video, what are you planning to achieve this year. With that being said, please take care and stay safe until I see you on the next video. Bye.